Live.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Fleur Hour. Joined tonight by Rob Boyle 2.0, Rhys David Evans. Rob is in the corner. He is on his holidays with his family. So
I'm on my holidays.
Just starting the podcast off. But thanks for getting us up and running. Welcome, Rhys, to your... I know, obviously, you've been on before, so I was going to say your Fleur Hour virginity, but I think you've been on briefly before, haven't you?
Twice. When I was in Spain and the Birmingham away game.
That's it, aye. But we won't talk about the Birmingham away game because your signal was quite poor, wasn't it?
Dreadful.
But awesome, happy days. No long got in from work, Rhys?
But I will go now.
Happy days. What do you do for a living then?
I work retail, but absolutely shit.
You look like a kind of person who's into databases. I won't say what type of database you should be into, but all good. What are you drinking back? Corona?
Yeah, well, I'm on the Rob 2.0 tonight, so no Carlin.
No. Leave that dishwater in Tembe. But yeah, all good. It's going to throw me now tonight. I'll probably end up calling you Rob because you've got Rob Boyle next to your face.
That's fine, I don't mind.
You've been called worse, I expect, haven't you?
I'm Rob Boyle from Cheyam.
Yes, happy days. So
Rob Boyle in training bad.
Rob Boyle, if you want, we have wish on Timu.
I am trying to leave, but I can't figure it out on my phone. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, hurry up, Ben, because you're making me feel a bit sick looking at it, really, to be honest. But, I'm only joking, but you enjoy the rest of your time with your family, buddy. I know you'd rather be on for an hour.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Cheers, bud.
I will leave as soon as I can, guys. Just carry on amongst yourselves.
Yeah, just turn your phone off, bud. Happy days. Yeah, so obviously tonight I thought we'd just have a quick chat about pre-season fixtures that have been announced. We'll have a little talk through that. I'm going to test your knowledge on last season's pre-season race, if you can remember any of that.
DNS is all I can remember.
Yeah, happy days. That's one. I think we played 7 games last year, but I've got it all down. So we'll have a quick catch up. But before we get into it, then just a couple of things to mention. The Joe Ledley night on the 6th of July. I know you were going, Rhys.
Yeah.
There's only 9 tickets left now, guys. About an hour ago, there was 9 tickets left. So if you want to go, you need to get on the case as soon as possible. A big shout out to Ace Podcast Nation and Car City World for allowing us to do our Fleur Hour podcasts on a Saturday night. Much love to them, and a massive thanks to AJM Embroidery for our sponsoring the Fleur Hour show on a Wednesday and a Saturday. There's a banner going across the bottom of the screen with all the information. Get in touch with them if you need any embroidery or printing, things like football kits, school uniforms, anything. So lots of people in the comments. Welcome everyone. Lorna, Paul, Judy Parry. Good evening, guys.
Yeah, I would say if anyone is thinking about going to the podcast night with Ledley, definitely do it. It's well worth it. And if you're on your own, don't worry, we're all there.
I'm not gonna slate any other people who organise events and things, right? But I know a couple of people who went to the Warnock night last night. Am I right in saying you went as well? What was your opinion?
I thought it was awful. It's the worst ones I've been to. I've been to a few different events, and honestly, size is the best. It's just a lot better. Last night was poor. You had old school chairs. You're cramped in. There was a few people there too rowdy. The feedback from the speaker system was awful. You couldn't hear them half the time. It wasn't. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about it, because obviously you've been to quite a few of the events now. Si have put on his Podcast Nation. So why are they better, Reese?
It's more intimate. It's more friendly. I think it's more friendly because you've got a smaller. It's a bit smaller the crowd is, but you know everyone there.
Yeah.
Like you know people there, so you have a good laugh. And I think with Si, he lets you ask questions yourself as well. He lets you jump in. With Warnock, you couldn't. There was security there, so if you tried shouting something up, they'd come and speak to you.
Yeah.
You get a chance to interact with the guests, like Ledley and stuff. You'll get a chance to meet him, talk to him personally. I just enjoy him a lot more, too.
Yeah, awesome. So we've promoted that event now. We couldn't have done any more for Simon tonight, so hopefully that'll go. It's the events. When they put them out, did they think, oh, bloody hell, it's a couple of months away? But before you know it, they come round and it's, can't wait now.
Well, it's before Christmas, then we had one in November, one October, one December. And then we had a massive wait till May then, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's been a long wait, but now they're coming around again quicker. I love them.
Yeah, awesome. Happy days. Right, before we jump into the Cardiff City stuff then, I just wanted to see what your opinion was with the news, obviously, with Rob Page getting sacked with the last couple of days. What's your opinion? Was the right decision made, do you think?
Right decision made, too late, though.
Yeah.
I thought the World Cup, he was tactically clueless. His game management was so poor. We pulled one back against the USA, 1-1. I think about 60, 70 minutes, you could see certain players were running on it empty. Ramsey was running on empty. Rather than put fresh legs on, change the game and just keep attacking, he kept the same team on. America put fresh players on and you could see they were a better team in the end.
Yeah.
I think Kiefer Moore was a yellow card away from missing the next game. He put him on. We didn't need to win it. Didn't need to play him. It's just his game management is so poor.
Yeah. It's quite similar to some of the stuff we've watched at CCS this year in their game management. Do you think that's been one of the? Do you think he'll learn from that now this year, Bullock?
I think he did the best he had with what he was given. And I think there's only so much he can do with what he had. I think at the start of the season we were more attacking, but I think we were all left wide open at the back too many times. And you could see he made us more narrow, more compact, which made us harder to beat, but we couldn't score them because of it.
Yeah.
So I think a nice big summer now, a couple of players in, hopefully we kick on.
Do you think, how many players do you think we need to realistically? I don't think we need loads. I just think we need 3 or 4 players in key positions.
I'd say 6 to 8 players, not necessarily first team players, but cover, because we've lost 4 loan players gone back now. We need to cover for left backs. I don't think Bacon's up to it. We definitely need a winger. We need a striker. And I'm not sold on Turnbull yet. We need a midfielder. But also we need cover at the back. If NG goes down injured, I think Romeo's going.
Yeah.
If he gets injured, we've got no one to step in and play next to McGuinness. I'd say about 7 or 8 players. 3 or 4 first team players. And maybe 3 or 4, not bench warmers, but impact subs.
Yeah. Right, moving on then. So we'll talk a little bit about obviously the fixtures that have been announced. The one question I wanted to put to you, just reflecting on obviously the season that's just gone by. Was there anybody who stood out for you in pre-season last year that perhaps didn't live up to expectations? Do you think one sticks out for me?
Tanner.
Yeah, and that's the one. He was on fire last year in pre-season, wasn't he?
He looks so good. He just, when you watch him, right, he stays wide. you see Bowler, he cuts inside, drifts narrow, Tanner stays wide, and there's always space there. So when he had the ball, he just ran after the defence. We haven't had that for years. And pre-season, he looks like quality. Same with Kieran Evans, mind. He looked pretty good pre-season. Yeah. And then I watched his Colchester, and he was out of position. I just thought he looked poor. I'm surprised we gave him a contract.
Yeah, I was just going to say, obviously, was it Gateshead he went out on loan to? I don't know how we done, to be honest. But
he did quite well. They love him down there, it seems like.
Yeah. But, I was surprised they offered him another contract. I was surprised there was a couple of youngsters they let go. Benjamin, I think he captained the under-23s or 21s, whatever they do call them nowadays. But
yeah, he launched Dunfermline, he did. And then we sent Fagan Walcott on all up as well, and Fagan Walcott kept Benjamin out to the side.
Yeah, fair play. So going back to last pre-season then, like I said, I'm going to test you a little bit. You remember the one game TNS? Yeah. You remember any of the other games we played?
I think it was Cambridge United. I can't remember if it was like 2 30-minute games or 3 30-minute games we played against them.
Yeah, behind closed doors that one was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tanner looked good then, in mind. We had the pre-season out in Portugal, which Will walked all the games to.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, big shout out to Will. He's been quiet in the WhatsApp group. I haven't seen much of Will, so I hope Will's all right.
Yeah, same. Check a message.
Yeah, fair play to him. But yeah, two difficult games out in Portugal. Obviously we lost both them games against SC Braga, and we had a bit of a tune-in against FC Porto. Penabont, obviously we've got them again in pre-season this year. We beat them last year 2-0, I think, first pre-season game. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the pre-season fixtures they've announced this year?
I don't mind. I know James said in the group chat he wanted a bigger team, which, again, I understand. You want to test your quality. But for me, it's about fitness. I don't care if you play in... I don't care if it's or Arsenal. It's just fitness. 60 minutes. You don't want someone coming in heavy tackles. Get the fitness levels going. Just get them as sharp as you can, ready. That's all I care about.
Yeah, fitness and confidence for me, I think, is a big one. When they announced it, I probably had the same thing, really. You would have liked to have seen a bigger team, perhaps. But then when you look at the bigger picture, like you said, if they haven't played match games for a while, getting the match fitness back. And, there's some interesting games. You planning on going to any of the pre-season friendlies, Bet?
Yeah, Penabont, Reading. I'll do the Lido Cup game, obviously, within the 21s. But I was surprised, Mike, because I thought we'd do the pre-season Austria before we started friendlies. I found that a bit strange. We're doing pre-season friendlies, then we're doing a week in Austria. And then they
play Reading.
So they'll probably play a big team out in Austria, they will.
Yeah. What big teams are there in Austria? You'll have to excuse my...
Is it Salzburg? Is it Rapid Vienna?
Yeah.
There's some size up there, but I thought we'd have done the pre-season first, then the friendlies after it, get the fitness up, running, high altitude training.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be an interesting pre-season now. I think obviously the next couple of weeks. When does obviously the fixtures are out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a live breakfast type of podcast Wednesday morning, me and Sai. So we'll be talking about the fixtures as they come. I probably know your answer, but what's the first fixture you'd always look out for, Reese, when they come out?
I'd say Bristol City. I don't think Swansea are a derby team. I think they're just noisy little labours, to be honest. So.
Great answer. Bit closer to you than they are us as well up here, really, ain't they?
Oh, yeah. But Talbot's blue, so you don't really see much of them.
Yeah, fair play.
And it's not anyway, so fine.
Yeah. It was great last year. Swansea was like a day after my 40th birthday, so the home game. So it was, a nice birthday present. That was beating them was it the first time in four games, I think it was, wasn't it?
Well, I took Jamie to his first ever South Wales derby, and what a game. The atmosphere was bouncing, it was.
Yeah. It's just, it winds me up when you talk about atmospheres and things where we can get up for certain games, but then we can't for others. And is that consistency again from, the football and the crowd, really, I suppose.
I still think we should change the canton and the family stand. I still don't see why we're so far from the pitch and why we're far from the away fans.
Yeah.
You can't have... They can chant for 90 minutes and you can't hear them in the Canton. If we're chanting, they can't hear us. So there's no atmosphere built then, it's not.
No.
They get
Obviously,
trouble.
I sit in the family stand, and that's all you hear is the away supporters, really. And it's, you know, I love it. I'd sit anywhere and thing, but obviously with my boy being 8, family stand is where we are at the moment. But yeah, who knows? Another couple of years now, and we'll be down the Canton stand, no doubt. No, where are we going to go, Josh?
I won't come then.
Why? But yeah, so where do you sit, Reese, when you go?
103, the back of the Canton.
Happy days.
And the atmosphere is brilliant. To be fair, there's a great group of lads up the back. It is. So it's always a good laugh, and it's just the atmosphere is different.
Yeah. The first game I took him to was we were sat in the Canton. Donna Perry sorted us out tickets the first time I took him. Millwall, I think we beat them 1-0, I think. And then we played Bristol City then the following week. So we got tickets a little bit further back in the Canton. And he weren't too fussed then because obviously everybody's standing up and he couldn't see much. So, yeah, family end, we ended up in then. But for the price, the kids' tickets, the cheapest chips, it was like £59 or something like that for the season. And yeah, you can't knock that, can you, for the kids, fair play.
I think I paid £325 a few weeks ago for all I was at the back of the Canton, but we had to pay for a photo on the ticket. Now we have to.
Yeah, bonkers.
Ridiculous. But you mentioned Millwall. Shout out to my mate. He did a bike ride in Tenby today, I think, for charity. So he's a Millwall fan, sadly, but shout out to him for that.
Yeah, no, fair play. What charity was that in aid of? Do you any idea?
I'm not too sure. He said it for months ago, but he did no training. He just messaged me earlier saying that it was a slog fest, but well done to him anyway.
Yeah.
Never plays nothing, just smashes out. So
winds me up, people like that.
Fair play, we'll see.
Yeah. Awesome. So
Friendlies.
Go on. What was I going to say? You broke up a bit with them, but I couldn't hear you.
Season friendlies.
Am I going to go to any of the pre-season friendlies? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Obviously, we've talked in the WhatsApp group about going to the cup game, so hopefully we can arrange that now, and I can take Rob. Josh is in the background now saying "ooh." So yeah, I'll try and go to as many of them as I can. I want to try and do a few away games this year with Boy Wonder, just because I think, like you said, the atmosphere on away games is
different,
really good. Really, he wants to go to Derby County apparently.
Oh,
so yeah, that'll be one. And that's that one.
It snows up there.
Yeah. That was a couple of years back. Then they called it off, didn't they? Was it because of the ground outside? It was a bit dodgy.
Yeah. Joke of the club.
Yeah. Very a bit like the issue we had with Rotherham and the water and that. Ridiculous, wasn't it?
I know. Do you see they're sweeping the water back on as well? That's the worst thing.
Yeah. But no, really appreciate you coming on tonight. But it's obviously, hopefully now you've come on and experienced it. We can get you on a little bit more. I know obviously you're a big fan of the quizzes we do on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get you on perhaps on a Wednesday night as well, and I can be the quiz master, and you can have a challenge off with Rob.
What is it?
Yeah.
That's GD Parry, that is.
Yeah, GD Parry. Fair play. Is he coming to the? I'm not sure. There's a few in the group who's coming to the Joe Ledley event, and then hopefully it'd be nice to get as many as possible to the event. It'll be good to get us all sat around on the same table again.
Exactly. There's the pod table. We're all sat together, so it's not awkward. As soon as someone makes a joke, bang, it's brilliant. It is.
Which is normally Rob, because he is a joke. Let's be fair.
He comes in, no Carlin, has a tantrum, kicks off.
Had his boys' school uniform on last time, didn't he?
Fair play.
Yeah, tips his pint everywhere over everybody's signed blinking Willie Boland pieces of card, wasn't it?
In anger, that was.
Yeah. GD Parry's on the fence. Come on, GD Parry, get involved, buddy.
I've got a spare ticket. It's yours if you want it. There's no cost, nothing. It's yours. You can have it. Sit with us on the table as well.
Yes.
It's just a good night. Then once you've done one, you'll do them all, and you will.
Yeah, awesome. Fair play. Just having a little look through the comments. You go, my boy, Lorna Evans. I haven't got the ability to be able to put the comments up on the page, but
That's fine.
yeah, Reese's mum is in the chat. Is she down west today? She only goes down west for the weekend, doesn't she?
Yeah, don't have any, yeah. Which is fine. Like I said, there's not many Swansea fans, so she doesn't actually bump into any.
Happy days. So what have we got planned for the rest of your weekend? But are you back in work tomorrow as well, or?
Off tomorrow. So I had a few drinks tonight now, and I got to do some work in the garden tomorrow because
I took his. They had a big, massive trampoline in the garden, so I took all that down. Josh, my boy, took a Stanley blade to the trampoline, and there's a big slash through it, so I had to take it down.
Oh, gee, sweat.
Typical 8-year-old boy, but
From a Cardiff.
Yeah, that he is. Bloody idiot.
Do they taller?
Do they taller, Josh? Knows how he did now. So let's have a little look at the pre-season friendlies then. So we got Kidderminster Harriers up first on the 10th of July, playing at the. What's that about?
I'm looking forward to Kidderminster. I've been watching us play them like Division 3 years and years ago.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to do it again.
Yeah. What division are they playing in nowadays?
I think they're non-league now. They are.
Are they?
I'm not sure. It's like Conference North or something.
Yeah, I'm not too sure myself. And then obviously we got that KV
Portrait or whatever.
Not even going to pronounce it, but you've done a pretty good job there. So we'll go with that.
That's Tan's other club, that is.
That's right. Yeah, that's not where
that's Isaac Davis and stuff. That's
the club that he went out on loan. I'm looking forward to him coming back this year, and I hope obviously pre-season now they give him some minutes and hopefully he can show what he can do really, because I think we've lacked that pace up front, and we haven't had any of that. Just pace really up front.
Well, he was out injured. I think was it not the year before last he was, and he came back for the Leeds United game in the cup, and he ran the defence ragged. He absolutely tore the defence apart, non-stop running at them. They made changes half time, I think, and the second half, like 3 or 4 defenders came on. He was just that good. He was.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him get a good run in the game. Games. If he could finish, even better. But his work rate. I mean, look at Tete. He's so frustrating.
He's your mother's favourite player, isn't he?
Oh, she loves him. So frustrated. Tete is. I would take a 50%. Isaac Davis over Tete any day of the week.
Yeah, I think he's got the ability. There's definitely something there, isn't it?
It's just the attitude. Like he goes down too easy, and if the ref doesn't give a free kick his way, his head drops, and then all of a sudden he stops chasing balls. Then he's slowly walking around, and he's throwing his arms in the air for not getting the ball past him quick enough. Yeah. Then it's just once that happens, then his head's gone, and you just don't see him, man.
No, that's right.
I can't rate him.
I just think perhaps send him out on loan now to perhaps, even if it's a League One team, just for him to be playing regular, perhaps a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? A bit more physical, perhaps. I don't know.
I'd send him to Corvette. If Isaac Davis scored 12, 13 goals there, send a Teddy up there, see what he can do.
Yeah,
it's a game. You can't afford to buy no one.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. I'm not sure how long he's got left on his contract, to be honest. Teddy.
1 month, hopefully.
Obviously,
I just don't rate him.
No, I don't. And I do. I think there is something there, but I just don't think we see it, and we haven't seen it regular enough. Obviously, he was out injured for the last part of the season, wasn't he?
Yeah.
which was probably a good thing, to be honest. But I just think there is something there, but he just needs a lot of work, and he needs to put a lot of work in to be able to play at the level we expect him to be at, really, at Cardiff. I think he came into the club, didn't he, with all these expectations. Was he? Can't remember. Did we have him from Tottenham? Was he a youngster at Tottenham?
Yeah. So Steve Morris signed him from Tottenham, and I think Morrison said in his when he signed him, he said, just because the lad is 6 foot doesn't mean he can header the ball. I remember reading that, thinking, there we are, that says it all about him.
Yeah. There was a lot of players. I think we're still probably getting over the fact that we brought them, was it 16, 17 or even 18 players in, didn't we, that one summer?
To be fair, quite a few of them worked out well. I mean, I felt for Sawyers. I thought Sawyers had a big part to play. I've said this, I think him and CEO together would have been brilliant. But he's gone. Robinson, I don't know what's happened with him, but he would have been a natural number 9, he would have, and he just seems to have toys at the pram.
Yeah.
Romeo, another good right back, seems to have had issues. Jamlu Collins seems good, but since the injury, he's never really been the same.
No.
He has the odd 1-2 really good games, but a lot of goals we can see come from that side. So there's a bit of a worry there. But yeah, there's a few players he brought in. I think Callum O'Dowda was one of the ones that came in, and he's brilliant, but he can't play full season. He's injured all the time.
Yeah. That's when he come back from his injury, he come back for a couple of games and he got injured again.
Yeah.
But when he come back after his injury, he looked as if he'd never been away.
I think it's switched back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's winning the 90 plus 10 minutes he did at my brother's birthday. He came on and he changed the game. He was direct, pacey, runs at defenders, whipping balls in. That's what you want a winger to do.
Yeah. Obviously, they played O'Dowda in a variety of positions, but without shadow of a doubt, he's best when he's playing that left wing position, isn't he?
Yeah. He's not a left back.
No.
I mean, you're just losing your best attacking options if you're playing left back.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on Ollie Tanner playing left back towards the end of last season? I know obviously that was forced due to injuries and things.
He's not left back. Left wing back, he did better. I think he'd do better. Sorry, left wing back. I don't think he's a full back. I'd play him as a winger. Keep him high, keep him forward, keep him wide. Let him run at defenders. Just give him game times. You can't expect him to come on in the 60, 70 minutes, turn the game on his head and do that every week. You need to give him a run of games to get it going, like.
Yeah, totally agree with you. You mentioned him just now, Callum Robinson. Do you think he'll play in a Cardiff shirt again, Bet?
I don't know. I think the club are trying to offload him. I wouldn't be surprised. If he does, I'd rather see him as a number 9.
Yeah.
I think he's not naturally our best finisher. And I think he'd probably play better as a number 9. I don't know if we'll see that again. Or
no. I think when that relationship breaks down between a player and a manager, I think it's very difficult for that relationship to kind of reconcile, is it, or reconcile, whatever it is. I think once that trust is gone, or you've broke the manager's trust, or whatever happened, I think is good night, Irene. I think we've seen him more times up at bloody Man City and having photos, drinking pints of beer, than photos of him in Cardiff this year, to be honest.
As a professional, if you're a striker and you have to play on the wing, you do the job. But you can see he's not a winger. You can see he's not number 10. And you just want Robertson to play number 9 for a few games and just do the job. But again, the manager doesn't seem as that. And it's a bit disappointing then, that is.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Have a little look. Any questions in the chat here? Have a little look through. Vincent Tan been on the Herb Pipes, wants a top 2 finish. Paul. I think it's quite a few people down the city who are on the Herb Pipes, and you can smell that in the family end, to be fair.
There's a few they can't done. My mum always say it, you can smell it.
Yeah. It's bonkers. What's the score with the Belgium game, Bet? You forgot that on in the background?
Oh, I've got this on the background so I can see the comments coming through.
Right, happy days. I'm not sure what the score is. Have you been watching much of the Euros, Bet? I'm going off subject a little bit.
Loved it. It's been my favourite one so far, I'd say. Well, one of my favourites. It's just been, normally the first two games always 1-0, 0-0. Both teams offensive, trying not to lose. But this tournament, every team's gone for it.
Yeah. 1-0 still, apparently. 73 seconds, wasn't it, I think? Didn't Belgium score after 73 seconds or something silly?
Yeah, something quick. Yuri Telemans, I think it was.
Third quickest goal in European tournament, I think it was. So fair play. But who stood out for you when? Can you Spain I had in the sweepstake in work? I think did they beat France after last night?
Spain, no. France played Holland, it was 0-0, wasn't it?
Who did Spain beat then?
France played Netherlands.
Was that is that Albania? Is it? No.
Spain beat Italy, that's right.
Yeah, it was no goal, wasn't it? It was no goal.
Yeah. So with a bit of luck now, they'll go from strength to strength, and I'll have that nice little sweepstake again.
Germany look good, mind. Germany look really good.
If I'm honest, I haven't really watched much of it, to be honest. I don't tend to watch much international football, if I'm honest, especially if Wales are not into it. Obviously, there's been quite publicised that England are not performing as they should.
Good.
Yeah. Playing things I've heard, then they, very much playing side to side. There's no attack going forward. A little bit again, like what we've been used to this year, playing at home. If they had a table for passes going from side to side, I think we probably would have finished top of that.
Our problem is though we play too narrow, too compact. We play. So rather than spreading the ball out to the opposition other side of the wing, we're just too narrow. It's time to get the ball across. The other team have moved across with it.
Yeah.
I just think stay wide, make the pitch as big as possible, and then whip the ball around. And then that's our problem, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But I just hope this year now, obviously, with him coming into the championship for the first time last year, Errol Bullitt, obviously it would have been completely new to him. Obviously, I know they've got people who analyse games and things, and they probably would have had discussions behind the scene. But I'm hoping now we've learned a lot from his first year. I was glad when they announced him as, he was staying on, and I'm glad they've given him a 2-year contract. I just hope they give him the financial backing now through the summer that, we can build on the foundations he's already put in place, and really.
I don't agree with the fact the club have said he needs to get a top 6 finish. I think that's ridiculous. I think we had 12th first season under him, slowly build, get top 10, now top 8, and then push on the playoffs. I think season 2 to expect playoffs is a bit ridiculous from the club, if I'm honest, though.
Yeah.
Because it will happen is they'll sack him, replace him with some academy manager, we'll end up in a relegation at battle again, and then have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Build. I don't mind having 1 or 2 years of average football if it means we're building something.
Yeah.
For years we've had absolute.
Even if the club had come out and said we'd be happy with another mid-table finish, I think as Cardiff supporters, we all want to be pushing up towards that, towards the playoffs and the top 6. But I think realistically, looking where we've been and where we're going, I think you've got to realise it's not just a click of your fingers and we're going to be in that top 6. I know we was pretty close to it last year at one point. But when you look at the players we had injured, Ramsey was out for most of the season. O'Dowda was out. We had key injuries at key times, didn't we? And we missed those players.
I still think as well, you were missing at one number 9. If we had a number 9 finish, we would have scored a lot more goals. The amount of chances we had on a Saturday that we couldn't finish because our strikers just couldn't hit the barn door was frustrating.
It says it all. When was it? Perry NG was still classed as our top scorer.
Top goal scorer, yeah. A right back. Again, if you're Tete or whoever plays up top, you've got to be sitting there thinking, this is embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
I just think if we were number 9, we'd have won a few more games and we'd have drawn a few more rather than losing them. I think a lot of fans would have been happier. I don't think the performances were an issue because we lost games. I think that was the issue. If we'd won some of them games and the performances were the same, fans wouldn't have moaned.
Yeah. Do you think Carlin Grant should have scored more than what he actually did? What's your opinions on Carlin Grant?
I think he was a workhorse for us. He did the dirty job for us. He played wide. Defensively, he was amazing, to be fair. Tracking back, running back. Non-stop up and on the wing. I feel he's number 9. He's not a winger. He's definitely number 9. I think he's a bit of a target man. He's a big lump. He can hold the ball up. He's strong. He's quick. I didn't agree with Bullet when he said we can't play him number 9 because it means we can't cross the ball anymore. Because we never crossed the ball. Bowler never got further than the opposition box with the ball at wide. He never did. He just passed the ball in. He wouldn't whip it in. I think he should have played number 9. I would have preferred him there. But I thought he did a brilliant job for us. So.
Yeah, I'm again, and I think if a Cardiff City player is out there and they've got that work ethic that he's got, I think the fans take that type of player anyway, regardless of if they're, scoring every other game or whatever. Don't get me wrong, it would have been nice for him to have scored a few more. But again... What's the matter?
The Coventry miss. You were there that game, weren't you?
Yeah.
He went through and he absolutely scuffed it.
Yeah. Coventry away, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he put it wide, didn't he? But looking at the bigger picture, if we want to be involved in those playoff types of... I know obviously we went on to win that game anyway, but, chances like that, that's your bread and butter. You can't afford to be missing chances like that in this division because it's so tight and, results can go either way. You can never look at a championship fixture, can you, and say, and on art, that team's going to win that.
But Southampton, we let's be honest, we all expected to get a beating against Southampton, and we beat them 2-1.
Yeah. Same
with Ipswich. We should never have beaten Ipswich, but we beat them 2-1. 2 very late goals.
Yeah. GD Parry makes a good comment there. We need a striker who's going to get into double figures, and what we'd give now to have like a Robert Earnshaw type player back in the mix.
Anyone who could finish us all.
Yeah.
I do think we need. I think we do need proper wingers, man, because the amount of times Colwell got the ball forward, he couldn't pass the ball forward because Bowler was behind him. Or you look at the wide and Callum Grant's being marked, or Tete just standing next to the defender, so he don't want to pass to. Proper intelligent runner who can run the channels or run in behind the defender to feed the ball through. We need a proper proven striker now.
Where do you see him playing Colwell this season? Do you think it'll depend on Ramsey's fitness? Do you see him playing him?
I don't think Ramsey will last. I think Ramsey will get about 10 games again this year, I think. Nothing against him. I love him. I absolutely love Rambo. I think his legs are gone. And I just think he can play 60 minutes and that's it. He came on a sub, I think, against, I want to say, maybe, Coventry home, someone. And the first tackle, his leg had gone. You could see he wasn't running properly. He was holding his leg. I just don't think he's got anymore.
No.
I think Colwell will be the main number 10 for the season. When Rambo does play, I can see Colwell coming on either to replace him or playing on the wide of the left and doing a forward role by drifting inside a bit more. We've had that sort of inside forward. It doesn't work for us.
Yeah. Sorry, Bat. Josh is playing it. But I thought Colwell last year was, I know some people have still criticised that perhaps he tries to do too much at times, but I think, like you alluded to earlier, sometimes he held onto the ball a little bit too long because the players not in the positions to offload that ball.
The amount of time we watched last year, and my mum would say Bowler was behind him, and you think you're the winger, you should get forward, hug the fullback, and get onto the ball. But he would just drop deep the ball and pass it back to Rawls or CEO, and then just stand still. He would. But Bowler, I think, killed Colwell last year, and the striker killed him. I think if we had a decent striker and a proper winger, we'd have had a lot more goals, and Colwell's stats would have been a lot better.
Yeah. Why do you think Bowler? A question for you then: Why did he not go and try and beat that last defender and whip balls in? Then because he had the ability to do that without shadow of a doubt. But so many times he'd pick the ball up, he'd go so far, he'd stop, like you said, he'd turn, knock it back. Is that a confidence thing, do you think? Or is he being told to do that by the manager? Or what do you think it is?
I think it's a vision thing. I looked at Bowler and I seen the number 10 rather than the winger. I see someone who liked to go either way, but he couldn't go one way with the ball because he'd run a touch. I think he's better as number 10. If I'm honest, I don't think he's a winger. Not a natural winger. It doesn't seem like a proper out-and-out winger. Inside forward, inverted sort of winger. I don't rate him as that. I think he's better as number 10. I think he would have had a better season if he played number 10. But I would never have sacrificed Grubman's development just to make Bowler stand out better.
No. And obviously, he had quite a lot of criticism most games, but the manager seemed to pick him regardless, didn't he? I don't know if that was a thing he had with Forrest because he was on loan. He had to start if he was fit. I don't know, but he seemed to really back him, didn't he?
There was a few games where, to be fair, he took on his man and he put the ball in and we created a chance and we scored. And he's thinking, right, you could do it. Why aren't you doing it more? Why aren't you doing it more often? Like he can do it, but he frustrated me so much into watching him.
Yeah.
Like we've had some great wingers over the years. Paul Parry, direct, running at players. O'Dowda we go now. Why can't you do it? All right, if you're our left-handed on the right hand side, still we just run at the defender. It doesn't matter how good the ball is. Just get the ball in the box. If it's in the box, anything can happen.
You've got a chance, haven't you?
Just at least give yourself a chance. But he just wouldn't. And thank you. You've done your job for us. But I hope we don't see you again, unfortunately.
Yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me if we do go back in for him, mind, with Bullitt obviously now renewing his contract.
I'd be worried.
Yeah.
If that's nothing against him again, if that's the kind of player we're looking at, I don't think we'll get top six. He's someone who'll do a job for you if you're the bottom half of the championship, just trying to stay mid-table or get a survival. If you're looking to get promoted, he's not the kind of player you want. You want something a bit better. You want a proper out-and-out winger, you do.
Yeah. He'll be he'll go to a club like Sheffield Wednesday or something like that, I would imagine.
Yeah. He'll do a job up Plymouth, I reckon. He can do a job there.
Yeah.
I just don't, or Pompey. I just don't see him I don't see him with us. I don't see that kind of player suiting our style of play. I just don't think he's what we need. I still say we sign Drama. That'll be the day one. If I'm in charge, the first thing I'm doing is signing him.
So go on, and I know we had a podcast the other night where me and Rob had our wish list. So with Cody, would you sign him regardless if Perry NG stays or goes?
100%. Like, he's one of those players where when he came to us, he was running at the front. He was like a winger playing for us when he came out. He's right wing back. He can play the wing. You've seen him do that. But also, he play left back. I like Collins. I do like him. But Drama's like 21 years old, 22 years old. He's got 10 years ahead of him of development. Get him left back. Get him playing. Perry hasn't got to do the dirty work running up and down there and playing the inverted fullback. You can have Drama do it sometimes, and with his pace as well, supporting likes of O'Dowda on the left, I think that'd be a dream team.
Yeah.
Hand down, first sign that I make would be him.
Second one?
If money's no option, Oliver Norwood.
It's a good show.
I just Oliver Norwood, he could pick a pass. I think he'd suit playing next to CEO. He would dictate the midfield, dictate the play, set piece specialist. The other times last year we'd have a corner and Wintle couldn't beat the first man. It was so annoying. You get someone like him and he's getting balls in the box. He's hitting the target, man.
Yeah, you know that again. Going back to this phrase I said earlier, your bread and butter. If you can't beat the first man at the corner, again, you've got to look at yourself and think, "I'm not up to this. What am I doing wrong?" Like,
I'll have someone else take the corner. Just
yeah,
he just can't do it, unfortunately. And again, Nothing against him. I really like Wintle. I think he's brilliant. I think he's been a great signing for us. The problem Wintle's got is his job is the same as CEO's job, but CEO just does it better, so you can't play them together.
No.
And unfortunately, that's football sometimes. Someone comes in who does it better than you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like Wintle. I just think, again, CEO does it better, and he needs someone next to him now who can get the ball and drag the team up forward and get them going and spring the ball around a bit.
Wintle, for me, I won't be disappointed if he stays, but I wouldn't be if he goes. And I say that because I think if we're looking at, bolstering the midfield, I think potentially they probably would let him go. What's your thoughts?
It depends who we sign, because say now first game of the season now, see gets God forbid gets injured. The man you want to step up and take that role would be Wintle. He would be a ball midfielder. He'll get stuck in, but he needs someone next to him who can get the ball, receive it, and start getting the game going, picking passes. But if CEO's fit all season, you won't do much Wintle, and it's, do you cash in now? Would it get the most value for him? Or do you hold out thinking maybe he goes? Or do you sell him and get a loan player in who won't be happy sitting on the bench, but he's a loan player. He'll be on the bench. He'll come on when he needs to come on. It's one of those.
Before we start wrapping up, Ben, because there's a couple of things I want to just cover before we do finish. Sai have mentioned this a couple of times about perhaps like Wintle and Robinson being used as a bit of a bargaining tool to Birmingham for Jordan James. What would be your thoughts on that?
I'd like John James. I don't think the club would consider it. I think that would be our season's budget, basically, gone on one player. I won't be against approaching Reading, who are in money troubles right now, offering someone like Rinamoto or Ibo Adams and saying, give us Charlie Savage, a young Welsh midfielder, bit of development behind him. I reckon he could slowly learn from Ramsey and stuff, get a good season behind him in the Championship. I think it'd be a cracking signing then.
Yeah.
I think we need money, also need players, so maybe give them 2 players, get Rinamoto off the wage bill, get Adams or, I don't know, Wintle maybe off the wage bill and bring someone like Savage in. I think it'd be a cheaper option as well overall. The club made a big announcement in January about this Shakhtar Donetsk scout. I want to see what he knows.
Yeah.
Because they got massive knowledge there, to be fair. Shakhtar signed all these wonder kids, £3-4 million, set up a 60-70 million pound. I'd love to see what he's looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could unearth a few hidden gems, wouldn't it?
Well, them lot down the M4 did it, didn't they? They found that, is it Ronaldo, that Portuguese or Brazilian winger? And to be fair, he looks like a cracking player from. Yeah. And he came from like the Portuguese second division.
Yeah. So out there. I have heard potentially there's a winger supposed to be very highly rated from abroad. I'm not sure where, but yeah, that's on the cards apparently. Comes very highly rated, but that's about as much as I know. So that could mean absolutely jack shit, really. But,
one winger I would sign in a heartbeat, James Forrest from Celtic. I just think he's absolute quality. He's getting on a bit now. I think he's about 30 now. He's pacey, direct. He's got skill. He just runs at defenders non-stop. I'd love him at Cardiff.
Yeah. Right. Before we wrap up, Ben, obviously it's the 125th year this year, and there's talks about obviously the kit and things. Got any thoughts behind it? Is it going to be like a retro-y type kit?
Teaser released earlier.
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
The teaser looks like a plain blue shirt with just the bluebird as the big badge. It looks like if that's the case, I'm disappointed it's just plain blue. I want a bit of yellow, a bit of white or something there, just a bit of rather than just blue, because I love the blue, but I want a bit of yellow something there. The badge, I will buy it for the badge alone. As long as that little worm is off our badge, I'll buy it. I can't stand that little worm, that Chinese dragon. It's disgusting. It should not be on our badge. With the bluebirds, not the dragons. Do you know what I mean? There's no place.
Again, that's going back to the Malaysian. What's the word I'm looking for?
Apparently, it's lucky in China and red is lucky in China. But Man City won the Premier League last like 5 out of 6 years, so I can't see how Reds are lucky. And United are one of the worst teams.
How many premierships are they going to take back off them, or with all this, that'll get swept under the carpet. No doubt that will. They'll pay somebody off.
They'll get like a big. It'll be a big fine. That's bigger than any other clubs had before. But for Man City, it'll be penny change.
Yeah, it's bonkers, isn't it? It's bonkers how it seemed like Man City then, with all the charges against them, is going on. But Everton had points deducted last year. Like, I don't know the ins and outs, and I don't even want to go into all that. But it can't be one rule for one and different for others. Like,
well, I think Everton, they appealed it because their losses are partly done to the construction of the stadium, and because of the Ukrainian war, I think they said the materials went up in price, so obviously everything has got in price, so the losses got bigger. I think it has to do with that, the stadium, but they were supposed to be being bought by that 7-7 partnership, I think it was called, but they were under investigation for like money laundering and all sorts of crazy stuff. So God knows what's going on there.
Good knowledge. And last thing then, again, I know we mentioned it right at the beginning of the show, the Joe Ledley night on the 6th of July at Splot Conservative Club. We're down to single figures now for tickets. So if you do want tickets, please get in touch. Sai will, no doubt, over the next day or two now, we'll put another post out. All the contact details are on the post. If you follow us on social media, you'll see all the information and the contact number to get in touch. But honestly, it's £10 a ticket. It's an absolute bargain. It's a great night, as Reese alluded to right at the very beginning, and is well worth the money, 100%. Just looking forward to Simon. He's got to be due to announce the next one soon, hasn't he?
Oh, so Kavanagh or Neil Alexander, my ideal one, I think.
Yeah. What about you guys in the chat? I know. Obviously, Paul has been supporting the Flower Hour over the last couple of weeks. GD Parry's there. I'm not sure if Lorna's still there or she tucked up her bed.
I think Lorna's there. GD, have you made your mind up yet? Do you want to go? Or?
What legend? What legends would you like to see? What nights would you like to see Ace Podcast Nation put on, and what legends would you like to? And if you're catching up late watching this video, put a comment on the YouTube. What legends would you like to see? GD Parry singing "Bring Back the Late 2000 shirts," some classics. We have had some nice shirts over the years, mind.
Yeah, about the yellow one, the last season at Linear Park with the yellow one was one of my favourites. I got that framed upstairs. We've had some. To be fair, we've always had nice away kits and third kits. We've had nice ones. So hopefully, again, something special. I think hopefully.
The things with the third kits, you never see them wear them. Did we wear that blue one last year? The sky blue one. Did we wear that at all?
I don't think I've seen it much. It was like a Coventry City kit, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a.
I wasn't a big fan. I bought it, but I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I think the pink one. I didn't mind the pinkish purple one. That was all right. I won't buy any that's red.
No. Going back to the horror years, that was. But was it bringing back memories? If there's anything red.
I boycotted them years. I didn't go to a game back in red. I refused to go. So I don't acknowledge on them years. So I just took a break at it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were exactly the same, weren't they? To be fair, I think we lost a lot of the fan base. I think a lot of trust, and
still pay for that now. I think.
Yeah, 100%. It'd be nice to. I don't think we'll get bums on seats now until we're back in our promised land. Back in the Premiership, obviously, we got a capacity of 33,000 and a few more. I've only ever been to the Cardiff City Stadium to watch one Welsh international, but to see the stadium when it's like that, is bouncing, is jam packed. I would absolutely love it to be like that for every Cardiff game. But I just, until we're back in the Premiership playing against the big teams, I just don't think we're going to get it.
It's just, I just think the way the club organise things is so bad. Like we did Colchester and the Carling Cup or the League Cup or whatever you call it, start of the season. They closed 3 stands off and left the red seat area.
Yeah.
And then is that decided that was all open? It was. And to be fair, they had the away fans where they always go, but then everyone else was mixed. So you had some of the vocal Canton boys sitting there next to kids and families. So then they weren't chanting because they were sitting next to kids. It was just poorly organised, honestly, the way the club runs itself.
Yeah, it's like you said, going back to a comment you mentioned earlier about the away fans and should be closer to the Canton then or whatever. And yeah, it's bonkers really when you look at it, isn't it?
It's the only club I know of. There's no trouble anymore either. There's rarely any trouble at Cardiff anymore. And again, if there is trouble, there's CCTV absolutely everywhere. You don't catch on to it.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
Back and forth. I think they're banning now anti-English chants as racism or something, haven't they? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Sai is going to jump in, I think, the last couple of minutes of the podcast just to show his beautiful face. We did a recording last night. I won't go into it in too much, but it was brilliant. We met up in Cardiff with Paul and Terry Phillips and Pan and obviously Sai. But yeah, that's going to be one to look forward to. I know Sai's got to work his editing magic on it, but it was a really good night. And obviously Sai's just joined us, but hopefully that'll be one of many to come, Sai.
Yeah, mate, it's going to be quality. I am very excited to put it out, but obviously a bit of editing to be done for it, and it's something a bit different, mate, but very, very Cardiff specific, obviously. So we just it was a lot of fun. Obviously, tested the knowledge of yourself and Pan, and obviously Terry Phillips and Macaulay Bandanato as well. So it was interesting, but it was definitely a lot of fun. And I'm sure it won't be the last one we record. With the all sorts of stuff. And we should be announcing the next 2 City Legend events soon. Just trying to tie down one of the venues. But yeah, it's all looking good. I'll have to excuse my dressing.
Yeah, and if there's anybody out there watching who knows somebody who runs a venue, owns a venue, get in touch with Sai, guys. Ace Podcast Nation. I'm sure you can put the email, or the email will be on the post.
Yeah, it's all in the episode description there. So yeah, jump in. Like, it's just basically the one venue which we had sorted for a certain person was fell through to sort of no fault of theirs, really, just a change in ownership. So we're just looking for a new one for that. They've both got one to go in September and one to go in November. And that'll be the year then. And then hopefully, touch wood, we should have something massive to start the year off next year. But I cannot discuss that whatsoever at the moment because I don't want to curse it. But put it this way, if it comes off, it will be like nothing seen before. That's all I can say. But apart from that, it's going to be good. Matthew, tremendous job, mate, done this evening. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, considering we was only going to do half an hour, and I think I messaged you about half an hour ago to say we'll probably wrap up in 5 minutes. We've kind of got on. So, Reese, massive thank you to you for jumping in, mate.
Top quality.
Get your face on the screen and up in big lights a little bit more often. You're more than welcome to attend the Fleur Hour whenever you feel you want to, my friend.
Just advertise myself to the ladies, that's all I am.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, send Sai that picture from the WhatsApp group so we can use that as your official thumbnail now from now on. And if you're coming on, I'll send that over now. But
beautiful.
Have you got anything else you want to say, Sai, before we wrap up?
No, not really, mate. Tomorrow night's got a breakdown. I haven't decided on the subject. I think it's going to be 5 potential number 8 that Cardiff City should look at. Change the game. And obviously we've got a Terry Phillips history of Cardiff City on Robin Friday over the next couple of days. Pan's also got a video talking about Robert Page. We've got loads and loads of stuff, but the content around transfers and scout reports and stuff is going to be like pretty constant now, whether it's live or pre-recorded. So lots and lots to look forward to. So make sure you spread the word about the channel and everything else around it. And yeah, well then, I appreciate you both for it. You've both done a really good job. We enjoyed it massively. As I was sat here, it's the longest 10 minutes in history. But it was all good, mate. It was all good. I enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll see more of Reece. We'll see more of yourself, Matthew, hosting as well. Rob Boyle's just been sacked. This is just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just the upgrade of
Right, make sure you subscribe.
Before we finish, Anne, I think we leave it to Reece. There's only one thing left to say, Reece.
the flower power. Upper flower.
Flower power. I can't find the face.
Need to confess.